Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Cousins, and the throw here caught by Addison. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing, Cousins. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 56 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now you look at this Saints defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Under pressure, they got him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Back deep to return is Lynn Bowden. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The numbers for Mixon last week: 19 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
Sitting 10th in the league in rushing isn't bad, but it's also not as high as where he knows he should be with how talented he is. There's definitely another gear there, and hopefully their game plan gives him an opportunity to hit it and put together one of his best performances of the season.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The Saints at 6-3 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's brought in downfield by London. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A gain of 32 that time. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Mixon again. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Joe Mixon, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Cousins. That pass taken in by Addison. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as it's unable to hold. Yard gain there on 3rd and 2. To the air again, it's Cousins. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem. Convert. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw, Cousins. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's out to the flat for Akers. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays.
And now the rookie's free. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Again, it's Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been played at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Cousins. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. The kick by Joseph is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield going to switch things up here.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his man London right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now they're in the hurry-up. Play fake. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Mayfield. CeeDee Lamb, touchdown, New Orleans. CeeDee Lamb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime, past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Saints to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Across midfield. He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. CeeDee Lamb. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Saints are able to extend their lead. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're bigger, but no. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. A first down throw for Cousins. He'll find Osborne here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Cousins now. Throw caught there by Osborne. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the Saints' 28-yard line.
Throwing is Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Play fake. Cousins. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's second and inches at the Saints' 13-yard line.
Cousins again. Touchdown, Vikings. Josh Oliver, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They go play action. Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Again, it's Mixon. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game. That punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. You know, some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So a very interesting call, but he wants to take care of the ball himself. Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Mayfield on play action. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Partner, that would look like it was over. They had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order.
We're going to get another look at this one. Dennis Allen not happy, so he has thrown the challenge flag. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So the challenge there not successful, and now they'll be left with only one timeout. Cousins on 1st down. This one brought in by Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Cousins will try and throw. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, it's Mixon. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 4. Mixon up the middle, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. George Kittle, 40 yards. And the Saints are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he'll be brought down at the 37. Now a throw here to his running back. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Here comes 2nd down at 5. Again, it's Cousins. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this down to the 23. Cousins to throw.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Joseph now to have the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. So they needed the onside kick. They got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Second down, 8 yards to go. Here's Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here it is, 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Akers. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Here comes second down. He's back to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
This is 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. That one deep for London. Way, and it falls down incomplete. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Third and long for Mayfield. Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still fourth down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the cornerback's hand, and it's incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down.
Everything magnified here in overtime. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Now the Saints, they try. Offense out here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle, caught by London. Out from the shadows of their goal line. Here's 1st and 10 from the 11. Play fake. Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Connecting with Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
It's a gain of 4.
now a 3rd and 6. Here's Baker. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Saints.
Mayfield. It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. Able to fight through one tackle. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. So it's a win here for the Saints, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback, CD, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, he was in complete control of this offense. He had 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And to be honest, he really made it look easy out there.
So for the Saints, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.